Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Yeah.
Thank you for joining today for the second session. This is an important session where you will see practically how a particular model works using your laptop and your iPhone or Android phone. So this is your first experience. You can see how a model works easily on your laptop. This will help you to gain insight into what are the different applications you can develop with the machine learning as well as AI. So I will just start sharing my slide. This is session 2. Now I would like to give a recap for few minutes on what we have talked till now in the first session. Statistics means it's the field data collection we do. We analyze the data to see how, for a certain input, how the outputs performed. We can correlate the input to output so that we can predict for a particular input what should be the output. This is a simple curve we draw everywhere, whether in finance, whether it's in agricultural field or anything, whatever we have. And this is called also a regression analysis. Most of you have studied from some of you in school time, or in most of the colleges, they have regression analysis. For example, in the left-hand side is salary experience. So you plot the experience with salary, how it changes. You give years of experience, you can gain or get automatically what should be the approximate salary you're getting. These dots represent the data you collected. Now, this regression is a linear regression, what you see here. Linear, that means y equal to ax into b, so linear. But there are different, right side you see types of regression, polynomial regression. So where you have, I think, as I told you, I will not make this mathematics. I'll make it so simple for even beginners in any graduate level can understand this program. But there are many, I'll just mention the name only. Don't worry about it if you don't understand it. Polynomial regression with a degree of freedom of 2, degree of freedom 3, like that it goes. Then you have common ones is coming the logistic regression analysis also. These are different type of regression used already in statistics extensively in different areas. In agriculture, it's very much extensively used the statistics. Weather prediction, also it is the first one extensively used in statistics. And from this only what you call the machine learning started. So machine learning without regression analysis does not exist. So I would not say it's a coined word, but machine learning incorporates two things. One of them is regression analysis. In regression analysis, we saw just now one input and one output, but it is possible also you can have multiple inputs affecting an output. This we discussed last time. So that becomes complex when the inputs are, let us say, only N, P, K, fertilizer, then become easier. But more than that becomes more complex, even the statistical algorithms what we have. Then we thought of next level, next component of this ML is what you call the neural networks. It is something like our neurons in our brain work, very similar to that. Each neuron, for example, has a particular function and it's responsible for a particular reaction for a particular inputs. Whenever the input comes, they react in a particular way, the neurons. Here, for example, a neuron, N and P, and B is boron. Boron is also one of the one used in banana, for example. And you have you have weightage for each of the inputs. You multiply with a certain factor, a fraction number, and get a value. So that shows a weightage. Suppose nitrogen is a very important factor for this. You give a weightage number more, maybe 0.5, 0.6. And if boron is less, you give 0.1, 0.0. Example, this is. So these are the weights. So each one of the input is multiplied by the weight, and they are summed together, and added. A bias is always an offset. Offset means plus or minus, you add totally 1. So you multiply with individual values, and then you add one common base. Then activation. Activation, don't worry, it's a small formula mentioned. Now, people who know it's sigmoid and whatever relo, whatever many types are available, we'll learn that later on for those who are interested only. For most of the people, it doesn't matter. It is just a neuron. For example, a neuron is responsible, which one of the neuron, for example, if sigma is given here, it says about plant size. Okay, next neuron will talk about leaf size. Third one, something like that. So all hundreds of neurons joined together decide the output. So each one of these inputs will affect each neuron, and then with the neurons affect in between the another parameters, another neuron. Ultimately, we get the output, and that is what the neural network. So you have different input layer coming in neurons. It goes hidden layer. Hidden layer, for example, I told you, you can imagine like that it is a stem size, leaf size, color of the stem, maybe different type of parameters are coming different of neurons. So this is how your basic neural network works. Simple. It is something last time also I compared. A guest is coming for you from South India and from Punjab and from Thailand. What type of food to cook? What type of environment they like? What type of drink they like? These are all coming, like each neuron will trigger you this country, this particular one. Ultimately, you make the decision. You find out what is the output, what is the inputs to be given, what the output comes. Now, this is another example. Neuron, for example, the first left side, this also you showed last time. Yield estimate based on precipitation, that is the rain, and temperature and soil conditions. This is even today people do only with the temperature also. You can predict the yield, you can evapotranspiration and how much water is to be given. Now, right side also, there are some more models created by temperature. Temperature, humidity, and rainfall important for insects also. So there are a lot of things coming. So today I saw somebody has done a work on tea, Assam in the tea leaves. Also, they use neural network to find the diseases, around 6 diseases. So this is very, very much the in thing. Then we saw also one of the models showing you how to identify a ripe banana, raw banana, and mango, raw mango, ripe mango to sort out with a simple model. This is what first session we saw in the last part. Today, we will see what we call as convolutional neural network. This is actually convolution means convergence, okay? For your understanding. What I will use all the words for simple understanding. Don't catch me. You have the Google other platform to find the correct explanation technically. But I think my task here is to explain to you so that you can understand it. So we'll talk about the neural network. We saw already neural network now. Before this, also in the slide I showed you, there's a neural network. But what is convolutional? This is used for images. For example, here, this is on tobacco and weed. You see the picture, it shows one box is made and given here tobacco. Forget the number besides it. We'll come back to the last. Again, a tobacco. You see 6 tobacco plant is there. Nearby, you see left side here, weeds. There are weeds are there. Now, you take an image of it and then tell the statistical model or machine language model, whatever you call neural model, you tell finally to find out when I give the image, tell me where is the weed. Show me the weed in a box exactly, the way it is shown here. So for that, what we have to do is we have to take the images first. So we have to take the photograph. Like I told you in the case now with tea leaves, people have used iPhone 12, which has got 12 megapixel size. Very good results will come with iPhone or any other phone, Android phone also. There is no need for very specialized cameras to take for you for 90% of the purposes. You don't require a hyperspectral, multispectral, all those things. These are all for really different specific purposes, which 90 or 95% of the scientists don't require. Okay, you can have a normal small phone. We are going to do that today to show you some, not for the plant disease, but just to classification. First of all, here in this picture, you see, you have to classify this is tobacco. So nearby, for example, there is a rice plant. You should not take this as tobacco. So if you train that model also tell this is look how the rice looks, he will identify rice or tobacco. That's how it is common sense. You learn, children, you learn what is brinjal, how it looks like, and let's say potato, how it looks like. The child will identify afterwards. It's very similar to that. So it's very important also in the picture. When you take the pictures, you must be able to mark in a bracket here, what is shown here, and write this is tobacco. You have to mark it. This is a weed. And that is called annotation. This is the hardcore of the whole thing. If you don't have this, whatever you claim of model, whatever is remains only as a hype. It will be just useless. So that is one thing you have to be careful. And who can do this? Not everybody, only a domain expert. So domain expert only knows, for example, cotton, what type of diseases exactly, different variants like viruses. We have people don't know agriculture, they may not know, they think only insects exist. And pathology is different, virology different, and people don't understand how it looks like. Like last time also I told sugarcane red rot. People don't know how to see it also unless he's an agricultural graduate. So this is the strength of agricultural graduates where you can make the data set, and this is valuable. Now we see what is convolutional model. You see, a fruit, you can peach, for example, you take a picture of it. See, the picture comes very big. I told you right now also 12 megapixels. So each picture is very big. So how are you going to process so many pixels of data? And you have to convert, you cannot compare the images. You have to convert these images into numbers. Then only you should do it. So how to convert these images to numbers? This is it actually into smaller size. Again reduce to smaller size. Finally bring it to one number. Which means this part on the left side where is square of the fruit, that is one particular number. Like that, so many numbers. Then you can play with these numbers and what you call flattening the data. Then you classify mango will have this type of numbers, and let's say apple will have this type of numbers. Apple, which disease will have this type of numbers, like that you do it. And this is called convolutional neural network. You need not do anything, just name it is CNN. But how it is doing is interesting, which we'll see next slide. Okay, this is not complex, no mathematics, just understand. Just understand, very easy. These are the different pixels. The value what is given is the darkness. Normally, whatever color you take, they are separated into 3 colors maybe. Okay, now we assume here black and white. Okay, assume just black and white. Later on, the 3 will be there. Red separate, yellow separate, RGB, red, green, and blue separate. Now you see it one. The number 65 shows is very strong. And that means dark here, slightly darker. 255 is the darkest, 0 is the lightest. Take it. Now you see here, for example, you take this 9 3 by 3 matrix. Starting here, 5, 2, 22, 17, 45, 4, 3, 28, 6. These are all the 9 dots. Final result 230 comes, only one number I get. How it is done? By giving a kernel. Kernel is something like, you say a key number, okay? For you, easy to understand, it's a key number. Why the key number is used 1, 2, 3, 4? Because when the key number you can rotate. If the fruit you rotate, you can rotate any direction you want, you'll get a uniqueness of it. That's how the kernel is selected. So kernel is also taken 3 by 3, and now each dot is multiplied by the kernel value, and then added sum together, that gives one number. You need not worry about this technology, but you'll be happy if you're working on it. If you know the basic simple principle, you'll be happy to explain to them, this is how it works, the convolution in mathematics. So you get for 9 pixels here, one number. So like that, how many pixels are there? The number get reduced. Now again, from this convolutional Again, you can reduce it again. It goes like that to few numbers which can be handled. Finally, it does the job. That is what convolutional neural network does. That does in everything in mathematical formula. You need not worry about it. Here, for example, how to find out the network model works very well. You make a model like that. The bottlenecks are the final ones which comes output. Then you again try to use a decoder to decode the data and get the same fruit out. Then only your model works very well. Okay. The model, you compress it, the simple way, you compress it and then expand it. You must get the same. What you give input must come output. That means your model, this mathematical function is okay. That is how it is done. Now, I like to I like to show you here how it works. Give me quits. Just give me a second. YouTube is coming. Okay. There's something in the slide I'm seeing. Doesn't matter. Now, first of all, you take this picture on the left side, you see, like the same tobacco plant I'm taking the example. You take a lot of images like this. How many images? I consider 7,000 to 8,000 images very less. A real good data scientist also will tell you require probably tens and thousands of data to be reliable. And it's possible to get. That is the power. I believe we have the strength like students. We have students. All the students have cameras. Farmers have cameras. And India is very big. Large number of people. These pictures can be get original. No need to take from the internet pictures, multiply them, distort them, because you also distort, rotate them, get multiple images. So sometimes when I read papers, research papers or they write, they took only 500 images, they made out of it 5,000 images. It will not be accurate. It looks nice for writing, but for realistically, you should have enough data set. And data must be validated. Somebody must say it's correct or not. Then you take the data, let us say you have 10,000 images, you take at least 10%, keep it separate for testing. And then you have the training data, rest of them. And each one of them you feed and let the model develop automatically and give you the output correct or not. So how will you test the output correct or not? After training is over, training means use the same data multiple times. Okay, suppose you have, like I told you, 10,000. You have data. Out of that, you've taken 9,000 data for training. And 9,000, you'll feed the data, same 9,000, you feed it 10 times. That's called 10 epoch. So you feed 10 times, sometimes more goes on, the accuracy of model increases. He can predict much better the moment. It's like repeating the same thing. It's memorizing like what we do in humans, but here also gets actually the values get fine-tuned. And then you give the test data, result comes. Sometimes you also confuse the model. You give some wrong data to check whether it's working or not. I will not go into the detail. You don't worry about it. You want to see it, you're all eager. What's the model? What is a model? It's just a program written by somebody. You don't worry about it. You want to tomorrow, the model you take, what model we are going to show, that model is YOLO, that you look once. This model, you can tune it for your own. Take the model is freely available, not freely exactly, but most of the time it's freely available. You can use to train with any other thing you want to have. Disease also you can do training. The training you can do with your machines, whatever you have, and the data will be with you. Then the model will be tuned for that data what you have. Then it can predict what you have trained for. So this is what the program model is for you, simply a program. Don't get confused. You don't require an IT expert. You don't require anybody. Anybody who can use a computer can do this. Once the result data comes, you validate and again feedback to the model for correction. Now, this is how the model works. Now, you have local computing in this, cloud computing, edge computing. For example, local computing is your desktop or your internal server, your LAN network in your organization, in a hall, in a shop floor, one computer, which does all the work. That is a local computing. You don't connect to the internet depending on internet outside much. Not much, maybe none. Cloud computing means you use always with the internet, either the hosted computers or cloud means computers outside of your premises, far away. So that can be in a different country. It need not be one computer, it can be 10 computers shared. We don't know. So that is called cloud computing. It has got its own power, the strength, but it costs also money. And also some of the cloud computing, you have to be careful about data security also. Third one is edge computing. Edge computing means theoretically, if you see your cell phone camera, two possibilities. I take the picture is sent through internet to the cloud computer. It runs the model, gives you back results. This is the cloud computing. Edge computing means I got a small program in my cell phone that will decode and show me the result, but it will send the data also to internet domain for training that model better with the new data. So this is edge computing. Edge computing is also in the industry everywhere. Last time I was talking, a good edge computing one you can make, which can process itself and do somewhere under 5,000 rupees for most of the agricultural applications. 5,000 rupees, you can get a camera and plus an embedded system also. I mean, 5,000 is the minimum. Maybe it goes to 10,000, but it's not, what do you think, lakhs and lakhs of rupees you need not spend for it. Now, local computing, example. For example, you have a camera. Actuator means sorter. You put a solenoid or something, it pushes the fruit away, which to sort it out. And that's the actuator we call. It could be a motor, it could be a flop, which flips the fruit away. Then you have, and I give us three types. You can have in the shop floor probably 10, 20 of such things running, and one computer managing the whole thing, taking the image, processing, and sending it. Of course, the computer must be fast enough. If your job is simply sorting small items instead of large, huge items, you require to put a strong computer with what you call graphic processor unit, what they call. I think 80, the PCs first came, math coprocessor, they used to say before 30 years. Mathematical coprocessor, they're exactly same like GPUs. Today, the terminology changed, but then little bit of internal structure architecture changed. You're not a computer scientist, so I think you need not know that much, but I think this is similar to that. So you mathematical, because most of these numbers, we have integer numbers and floating points. So you need a floating point capability to get the high accuracy. Cloud computing, for example, here, this is a picture showing this taking the plant, and it can go get the main model running in the cloud. Also, you can get it, or you can process it and send it also. This is interesting. I think somebody asked us 10 days back also. For mango, they want this type of quality inspection. See, mango picking is another art. Most of the agricultural crop picking is an art. So you must know, first of all, when to pick, whether it's ready for picking, only pick. Okay, apple is relatively easier because the technology has evolved so much. Other fruits, very difficult actually till now. Lot of scope for the youngsters to work on it. So with the simple cameras also you can identify. And if these cameras, for example, like mango, there are works done with NIR, that's near infrared camera, that's called. Light spectrum is very big. I think we'll not confuse. Next time we'll have some other time comes, I'll explain what light spectrum. For example, ultraviolet, infrared. Both we are using in day-to-day life, but we don't know what ultraviolet for your facials or whatever you want to use, skin, body bath to take on the sunlight, you use it. So this all we use the light, but then for how to use it in this particular one, we'll see later on, but this is one of the applications. Now, I would like to go to next. for the we will have another 10 minutes, 15 minutes to show how to install the software which we already sent you in the group. If you have installed, okay. If you're not installed, again, it will be showed you for another 10 minutes. You'll be shown the steps how to do that to you. And in this context, I would like to invite Engineer Setu Dhabi. Setu, was my intern, but I think I would like Setu to tell you about himself. Setu, please, can you?
Yes. So am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So good evening, everyone. So my name is Setu Dhabi. Currently, I'm running a startup in Pune. So it is based on AI and robotics. So my relationship with Dr. Sayed goes back to 2019 when I joined him for an internship. So he was introduced to me by my professor at IIT Bombay, Dr. Narendra Shah. So this is about me. So uh, I'd like to. So can you show the presentation? So I'll simultaneously share my screen, maybe.
You can share, or you want me to share?
No, I'll share my screen. And
Yeah, you can.
we'll go. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I
go
will
through
share.
the
I will share.
steps.
I will
Yeah.
share. In the meantime, I have to tell, I think Setu is not, he's one of the hardworking guy. I'm telling after 6 years or 7 years, I think one of the very sincere guy, and he doesn't have electronic background. Okay, I think he's a very good example. But he works on almost all areas now. This is one of the example for youngsters to see how. I will give you some more examples in the future sessions, but he's a very good hardworking. Make him to learn all these things. Thank you. Setu, please go ahead.
Yes. So this session is going to be an interactive session. So in case if you have any doubts or any questions or anything, just feel free to pause and you can raise your hand so we can answer your queries. Second thing, so as Sir has already shared the list of prerequisites and what all to install. So I'll just share my screen maybe. So I'll share my screen and I'll go through the commands and everything.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing.
Yes. Yes. So is my screen visible?
No,
Is my screen visible?
No.
no.
One sec.
That's difficult. I will show you. You tell me next. Go back, friend. No problem.
Okay, fine, no issues.
Okay? Or you try
Okay.
try once again.
No, just 1 second. Is it visible?
No.
My desktop?
Yeah, it came partly and disappeared.
Yes, your desktop is visible.
Yes, so I'll
Only
show you.
this.
Yes. So this is an interactive session. It will be on the desktop itself. So whatever command I'm running and whatever I'm doing, so you will get to know. So before this, uh, I need you guys to open your laptop and have it connected to the Wi-Fi and even the Android app that Sir has mentioned, you downloaded. Have you downloaded it?
No, sir. Sir has shared 4 files actually.
Oh, I think Setu, just wait a minute. We'll go through. I'll go through it again. Tell them because I
Yes, yes,
downloaded. I think I know this problem issue will come.
yes.
I think I have been posting it for last 2-3 days. I will again go through this very fast, then he will come back and take up those not taken. Very first, you have to go to your laptop and C colon command prompt. You go to command prompt, C Python dash version. A space is there. You give Python space dash version. And if you see the response will come, that Python number will come, like here 3.14, any number you have, .0, .1, whatever number is there, that's fine. Python is installed. This is the first step, please. Can you do this first step? I'll go to the next step. If you have doubt, you can stop me. Who are all in the Zoom, you can stop me. Then I will explain again. You have to go to the desktop. These instructions were given to you as a PDF file before 3 days. But those who have not done it, now do it. So in the desktop, you give Python space dash version. If it is not there, it will show like this. Example, depending on Mac or you have Windows, whichever version, it will show you it's not installed. Python was not found. In that case, you key in https www.python.org/downloads. This you go and click download and install the software. This may take you probably 3 to 5 minutes. So you write down this only. Those who have not done, write down this, just screenshot, you take it. And then do that now. It will take 5 minutes for you. When it's loading, downloading this software, you can do the next one, what I'm going to say now. And the PDF file also shared. It was kept in the group also for almost 3 days. You can go to the group and you can again check the PDF file. Same thing is explained there. Once this Python while installing, it will ask you add commands directly to your path now. It asking you whether you want to add the path. Don't say no here. It will be difficult for beginners to go and set the paths. Those who don't know computers, normal computers, I'm talking. So better you always say yes here for this. So Python path will be set wherever you operate. Python program will be accessed. While installing Python, it may ask you a question. Install CPython. CPython now. You say yes because you want to install Python and CPython. Next is once it is installed, this is the will take another 10 minutes. You can see here, take a screenshot of this. If you are not done, look at the PDF file. I given the PDF file to you 2 days back. In that you check, the screen will be there. This you do, pip install, Ultralytics open cv-python. Spaces exactly you give, all small letters.
Can
Now,
you please share the PDF file again on the WhatsApp? Because I joined only yesterday, the WhatsApp group.
yeah, I will just, can you redo it? Yes, somebody will do it now. So it is simple of Python -m pip install, Ultralytics. What is given here, you must enter. Probably if you have a MacBook, you may have to enter instead of Python, everywhere Python 3. Okay. Sometimes you have to enter with -m. Also, you have to give. Normally, Windows doesn't ask Python -m. You can directly give Python pip install. You need not give Python also, but sometimes it requires these two alternatives. PDF you have downloaded? Yet? Just a minute. I have shared the PDF in the group, Emerging Technology group. Please, you can download and see it. Now, once you install this software, Then you have to install for your camera the software. This is very easy. You are all downloaded. This is also in the PDF file. This is very fast. You can do simultaneously. In the camera, Android or iPhone, you go Iriun, IRIUN. You look for the app, download on your phone. And also on your PC also, same app will be available, iriun.com. This will not affect your computer or a cell phone. This is actually a program, free program, which can send the camera data directly to the computer, your computer. So this will be useful. So it will be useful for you to show, finally see the next demonstration.
Excuse me, sir. One,
Please go.
one
You go ahead.
comment is there. Add command directory to your path now. Yes or no?
Yes, I told you just now. Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay.
Yes, give. Add command already, yes. Then it asks you C Python now, yes.
Yes, right. It's installing 3.14.3 version, right?
That's okay. That depends on individuals, whatever machine you have, Mac or Windows, Windows 11, Windows 10, whatever you.
Now he is asking view online help, yes or no?
No, you don't require.
Yeah. Okay.
So the link to the installation of the app is also in the group chat. You can download it from there. So just let me know in the group chat how many of you have installed the app and the command as instructed. And if there's any doubt, also you can mention it on the chat.
Hetu, can you please explain them again? Because some people in the group, they're asking how to install even Python. Can you again repeat? No problem.
Yes,
Repeat
no
again the
issue.
same thing.
No issue.
And I will just put this. Tamil is here. He will help you to go ahead. So one by one,
Yes,
whether they have done or not, from here you will go. If it is not here, they have to do this. Okay.
okay.
And Tamil is here to assist you for a few minutes.
Yes. Tamil, can you go to the previous slide? Yes. Yes. So initially, wait, uh, you go to the start menu and enter into the command prompt. This one. If the Python is already installed as per the instruction, then you just type Python space dash dash version. So in case if it is not installed, it will show nothing. And in case if it is installed, then it will show the Python and version. So has anyone installed the Python or are you still in the process of installing it? Can you just reply your responses on the chat? Yes. Tamil, can you go to the next slide? Yes. So in case if the Python is not installed, yes, it is okay. I see there is process. And if you have different version like version 3.1.1 then also it is fine. Different version of Python is also fine. So those who are done with installation of Python can move on to the installation of the IRIUN, the camera. So you need to install both on your mobile and on your laptop. So the link to the mobile app is already shared. I'll also share the link to the desktop application. You need to download it for the Windows. So if you just click on this link, you can download it on Windows. Tamil, can you go to the next slide? So you need to get all these configuration as per what is mentioned. And please remember to allow the path to be automatically set during installation. If you miss it, then Google Google it and find how to make Python and Java setting follow with the following steps. Go to the next slide. So this is as per the instruction given in the PDF shared. Go to the next slide. Yes, this is an important step. So those who are done with installation of Python can move on to the installation of dependency needed to run the program. So simple in the command prompt, you need to type pip space install Alternative space opencv dash Python. Those who are done with installation of Python can follow with this step. So this step usually takes between 5 to 10 minutes or even longer depending on what bandwidth of internet you have. Can you go on to the next slide, Tamil? Yes. So just in case those who have installed the both the camera app and the desktop app, they can test the working of it. Yes. In case the pip is not recognizable, there is upgrade pip mentioned in the document. Can you follow that step? PIP is not recognizable, right? Yes. Tabil, can you go to the previous slide? Go to the previous slide. Previous slide. Yeah. So I'll just explain it from again, so you can clear out the steps 5 and 6. So in case, just check the typo error if you have any. So if you have installed Python and you're struggling with pip, so just type Python space dash dash version and you will see which version it is. Go on to the next slide. Tamil, go into the next slide. Go on to the next slide. Yes. So in case if you're getting this type of messages, okay, just follow the step and remember you have to install as per what it is given in the document. So you have to add the directory to your path. You have to click yes. Go on to the next slide. Yes. You may get a notice regarding C Python, this type of notice. It's already in the document, just refer to it. So in that case, you need to select yes and click and press enter. Next. So update on regarding how many of you have installed Python and how many of you are still in process. So Pratik, uh, what step particularly are you kind of struggling with? You can turn on your mic and tell. Yes, you have to make a folder on your desktop, object_counter. So you have to be ready with all three things. Install the Python, install the dependency of YOLO and Alternatics, OpenCV, install the app on your Android or iOS mobile, and install the application on the Windows system. So you have to be ready with all these prerequisites.
Anybody who has not installed, please let us know. Any assistance required? Those who have installed, can you please at least tell us? We'll
Sir,
wait for a couple of
now,
minutes. Yeah, please.
now I am able to, I have installed and I also installed that web camera also. And now
Okay.
it is integrated from mobile to desktop also.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Still installing also, please tell. So we'll wait for you. Otherwise, we'll start in a couple of minutes, the next step. Now, those who have installed the four files .py files I have sent in the group, copy it into the update counter directory. So it should go into the object underscore counter directory. All those 4 files. Test.py, test1.py, counter.py, counter1.py. Once you have done that, please let us know.
Excuse me, sir. We have to copy all these files once or one by one?
One by one, just copy it into the object count. Don't run any program. Just copy it into the object counter directory. It should be inside the directory of object underscore counter. All these 4 plus other files already there. Let it be there. Don't delete it. There'll be some other file also will be there. One file. Don't delete it. You just add these 4 files into this. Hetu, go ahead and explain the testing. Test and test one, please.
Yes. So you need to get this app installed on your mobile, and I'll share my screen so you can follow what is going on. So we can start with the testing of the. I'll just share my screen, entire screen. Yes. So this is the directory that you will have to create, and all these files will be there. So there'll be test1, counter, and counter1. So what you need to do now is open your Iron webcam. So this application will open. There will be no video shown right now. So you need to open your application on the mobile also. So as soon as you open your mobile, there'll be a thing called connection shown. And once you're connected onto the same Wi-Fi, you'll get this type of camera. So can you see my camera? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So get this thing running first. So this way you will be able to use your mobile's camera to detect the objects. So follow this once, and you can minimize this, and we can go back to our program. So as you can see the pop-up, it is running in the background. So we'll open up our folder again. So very simple. This is my command prompt. I'll start from very basic. So you just go to the start and type CMD. You will have your command prompt open. So I've saved the folder into the desktop. So you have to type simple command cd desktop. And then I have it in my object folder, I guess. object counter. So again CD object counter. So here you are in your directory. You can verify your directory by very simple command of dir. So this will show which all file are there in the test directory. So now we'll run the simple command of test1, that is using camera if it is working or not. So the code will be Python.
In MacBook, you have to give Python 3.
Yes. Test.py. Okay. Yes. So this camera is already used. So I'm using camera 1. So 1 is the webcam. It will, if you run test, it will run the webcam. If you run test1, it will show the camera from the mobile application. So this is simple, very simple program to check the compatibility or just to check the streaming from both the webcam that is on your laptop and second, the camera phone. So just follow with me these steps and check if your camera stream is working with the code or not. Those who are struggling or showing error with Python space test.py can run Python 3, specifically the user on their Mac. But yes, you need to run this command on the directory that you have installed the folders. So I've installed my folders into desktop. The name of the folder is object_counter and then Python. Just to avoid any confusion, don't give any space between object and counter. You can have underscore. So in case if you need to kind of stop this program, you can click on this window and press escape key. So that will stop the program.
You can show the model now. So others
Yes.
do it also and join, please.
Yes. So to run the model, you need to have on the same directory Python space counter.py.
Count as C capital because the file name
Yes.
is C capital. For counter 1, you have to use.
Yes. Yes. So I'm already streaming on my camera 1. So I'll be selecting the second one. Yes. So you can see that I have some objects lying around. So I'll just demonstrate the live streaming and everything of it. You can visually see. So the blue box around my face is decoding me as a person, and there's a probability after that that is showing how accurately the model is able to detect my face. So it is labeling as a person. And secondly, I have some object in my blackboard that is a magnet. But even to the visible eye, it kind of resembles like a sports ball. So it is annotating, but it is a magnet. I have few pieces of samples here that I'll show. So this is a simple keyboard. This is my screen keyboard. So it is accurately detecting it to around 80 to 80 some percent. So I have some everyday objects like this toothbrush. Let me see if it is able to detect. Yeah. So it is showing a little bit less of an accuracy, but it is able to fairly detect. But if I'm moving away from the keyboard towards my even showing my desktop screen, so it is able to detect a laptop also. So this is a simple, very simple kind of demonstration that you can, kind of do it. So I was kind of wanting to show you a banana, but since I was hungry, so I guess huh. So yeah, it is. So this is just a banana chilka. So that is a bad model. But yeah, it is fairly okay. It was showing some sort of hot dog. Yeah, it is showing banana. And since my fingers are also coming in between, so it is kind of wavering between hot dog, banana, and my person. So there are multiple objects that you can, detect simultaneously.
I would like to add, actually, the speed of your laptop probably it gets around 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 frames per second, I think. Am I right?
So no, this one is around 15, I guess. But it
15.
again, yeah. So this is a little bit high end. So again, to the users, depending upon what laptop they're using. So since sir has already explained, so this is on the edge. So all the computers happening on the specific mobile that you're using. So the code is running on that. So depending on the configuration, so you will have different speeds, and to a certain extent, the accuracy might also differ.
This particular model, YOLO 8, is being shown here. That has around 80 objects. I will show you the list in short time to you, which are all the objects already it been default trained. Now you can take the model, you can train additional objects, whatever you want. So that I will show you to you now. So this is the how the modeling works. I think I will show you the how many objects are in this. These are all the objects, default objects. A person. It is now you can also take a person, you, me, like that, different names. You can also train it and it becomes to identify individual names also of the person. Wine glass, dining table, which this is given as an example to the students or anybody using the model to identify the normal household items. Let me say it's in America. So there are some spelling mistakes. Remote ka I put only emote. But zebra, banana, glove, horse, bird. These are all already default ones which are available in this model. So you can see this model. Anytime you can run this and see. And we'll also explain you just now the lines of the code you have used and what it does. So you'll have some idea of, you need not write the code, but you'll have understanding of how easy it is to write a code like that. Go ahead, please.
Yes. So in order to escape, close this code, you just need to click on the window and press escape. So yeah, so all this functionality will be explained in the code that. So can you share the screen?
It's,
I'll
it's
just
already
show line
on.
by line.
It's on.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So the first line that you see from Ultralytics import YOLO. So this is importing. This is a library that is importing a YOLO object detection model from Ultralytics library. So just let me give you a brief. What is this Ultralytics? So it is an AI company which specializes on high performance, easy to use computer vision solution. And the best product that is known, it is famous for is the open source YOLO models. So YOLO is an abbreviation, so it means you only look once. So it is meant to detect objects in real time. So the first line is importing the library. Second one is import CV2. So again, CV2 is an abbreviation for OpenCV. So OpenCV is an very old library, and initially it was written in CPP. Now we have a Python-based wrapper for it. So it is used for basically for image and video processing. So whatever image and video processing is going on here, so it is used for that. The third we come to is model is equal to YOLO V8N dot PT. So this is we are loading YOLO V8N model. So this is nothing but pre-trained weights that this model has been trained on. So this model has been trained on COCO 80 dataset. So as sir was mentioning, there are some 80 odd models, 80 odd objects which are there, like household object, everyday object like banana, apple, person, dog, cat, bus, chair, etc. So it is trained on that. So you can see like we have defined target items. So in this case, we are only targeting from the model to kind of see these type of objects. So it is like banana, apple, orange, tomato, person, bottle. So you could easily see this. These were the same objects that I showed it to you. Now next line we have is cap is equal to cv2 dot video dot capture. So what this does is opens up your webcam in case it's so the zero opens up your webcam, and if it is zero, it shows your webcam, and if it is one, it shows your mobile application. So this is nothing but this is a function to call your webcam. So it starts to uh, initialize your webcam and save it into the variable cap. So next we have is there's a loop running like while true. So you need not to understand very detailed part of it, but just to give a glimpse. So what it does is it starts an infinite loop to process the video in real time, video frames in real time. So what happens is very basic. There's a video stream coming from the camera. So to simplify, as far as explained how CNN works. So initially, the OpenCV takes frame by frame. So it takes one frame, one image at a time. This happens in very real time, so you cannot visualize it, but it takes frame one by one. So the initial function that is ret comma frame is equal to cap dot read. So it reads the frame of the webcam. Second is if not read. So if the frame is not read correctly, the loop will exit, break. So this initial function after while loop is just to read the stream from the camera. Next we have is result. Result is equal to model bracket frame comma verbose false. So this is just to run the YOLO object detection on the specific frame. Next what we have is a variable defined with count is equal to empty braces. So whatever object is detected, it kind of stores it in a what you say page, or in computer terms, it stores in a dictionary from where you can later recall. So again, this annotation is equal to frame. So here what happens is the variables.
I think they'll get confused. You go only important
Yes,
things,
yes,
you tell them important lines.
yes. So all in all, what this while loop function does, it runs the camera, captures the frame by frame, and then for each frame, it runs the YOLO model, the model that we imported, and it gives a bounding box for each and every object, and also the label. So this keeps on running infinitely, so capturing the video stream, taking the frame, putting the model, showing the box along with the label. So this loop keeps on running until and unless you press escape. So if you see, there's an on the last second line, there is if cv2 dot wait key is equal to 27. So so this loop will keep on running and until and unless you press escape key. So this is a very simple thing. Like we import the library for the model, we import the library for the camera, we take the camera, we get the video stream, we get the frame one by one, we run the frame YOLO model on each frame, which helps us to visualize key what is the object and what is the bounding box along with the label and the probability. It also is able to detect multiple objects in one single frame. That is also done in this code, and it runs until and unless we have an termination. So the termination is the escape key. Yes. So this is all about the code. Dr. Sayyed, if you want to add any further comments on this.
No, I think the code will not go in detail. We'll explain you next sessions. We'll explain you more about the idea of this. I think I want to say you now what is pending is we have not explained you how to make a data set. As a professional, agricultural professional, most of you must learn how to make a data set. Whether it's animal, you're taking picture, fish, or whether it's a plants, whatever may be, how to prepare, annotate the data set, that will be one. And we showed you only now local machine. We want to show you also, you can do the model, train the model on cloud. For example, Google Colab is one of the platform which gives you some time free, some of the computing power free. You can train small models, you can train them. Suppose you got 150 or 100 of samples you want to try a new object, whatever item, you can train it and it will give you the results. So of course, more you want to train large number of data, you have to pay charges to them. But we'll explain you one day in Google Colab. I have a sincere request to all of you. We are really spending a lot of our time to make it simple for you to understand. And I think next time, I think we give the instructions to you. Please follow. We'll have it only in the next week. And actually, we thought of finishing the whole session. We have a lot of things pending, interesting for you to learn, like IoT, how to apply everything. This is lacking now in most of the agriculture universities, the basic interface knowledge. If you know how to use them now, for example, from this particular one, I think if you have followed the instruction, you will know automatically with your cell phone itself, we can do and detect that this is possible for you to make a tune an app and give it. And imagine if you universities do this job, how many farmers will use it, how easy will come. There are companies are trying, yes, many companies are trying, but they're limited with the resources. For example, they can't collect so many images. A university has students going on interns. Think about throughout India, how many students are available for this purpose, and it'll be also interesting for them to contribute from with their cell phones. They can contribute to the data set, and what finally you have a good model that will help the farmers. So next time, I would request you sincerely. And one more request from me is, I will put in the poll in the group. Please, last time around 40 people have given a feedback. Your feedback is absolutely important for us. Without getting the feedback from you, really we cannot plan the next step ahead. Whatever bad or good, please tell us openly, because we are doing all this for you. So if you don't get the benefits, I think we should not continue with that. But I think sure many of you are telling me it benefited. Thank you very much. I think we'll close the session unless you have some questions. Any questions, please? Yeah, Pratik Kumar Mishra. You can. Pratik, you can talk. You have to unmute yourself to talk.
Hello, sir. My name is Pratik Kumar Mishra. I am from Nepal. So my issue is that rather than using command prompt, we can use VS Visual Studio Code for this.
Yes, you can use all. We'll come back to more complex, but I think this is meant for people who don't know computers. Okay, those who know just computers, because we have a lot of agricultural people who are still in the know only how to type Word, MS Word. So you can use. We will come back to a lot of complex things you can learn if you're interested. We will also come to that, cover it. VS Code and plus many other. Even Google Colab is good for beginners, so we'll explain on Google Colab. There's easier cloud. No need for you to have desktop. The models you can try directly on the cloud. And then we'll cover it also other ones model. Yes, you can use. Thank you. Next,
And sir,
anybody?
what is the difference between this Ultralytics OpenCV and normal OpenCV?
See, it's a question to ask the model. Each model has you have to read about it. I have not read practically because there are so many fine details will be there. For example, not only in CV, there are many. CV is one of the utility world one. There are many available for actually streaming the video. Many utilities are available. So this you have to compare. If you have specific usage, you tell us which one you are comparing. We'll help you to find out. You send us in the group. We'll help you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome anytime. Anybody else has any questions? Okay, then
No,
I'll.
sir.
Yeah, please.
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you.
No, go ahead. Have you got it working for you, first of all?
Sir, no, I have installed it and I got the broader message. But as you know that I am from the economics and I really need these platforms, especially for forecasting and all these things. So I'm learning how to, and I'm trying to familiarize with this Python program. Yes.
No. Did you get the images now? Successful this today's session?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
That's what we want. Don't worry about. We'll cover everything.
Yeah.
Only we will actually we try to take slowly the people instead of threatening them to run away. That is the reason we do slowly. Okay, because I know the level of most of the professors also. So I'm not telling. I know them. So I think we have to take them all into together. We have to walk with them together. That is our objective.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaste.